All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Road to the Show. I did want to say, I can't remember when I left off, but the gist of it is that I did actually play a little bit after the first stream. Not too much beyond that. Sorry, I got stuff caught in my throat now. But I did play till July, and I think it was somewhere around here, like mid-June, that I actually got called up from AA to AAA. Which is weird because, like, I had a pretty good batting average. I don't know if it shows. If it would show it all. Like, I got a 361 batting average. I was doing okay. I'm doing much better now that I have a little bit of swing control and all that. 443 and all that. So I'm doing pretty well in that regard. But, yeah, I made it there, and I made it to the White Sox AAA team. And then I got traded just recently to the Tigers. So now I play on the Toledo Mud Hens, the Tigers AAA team. And that's currently where I sit. So that's about where I'm at with that. They got 2 starters already. We'll see what happens when it comes to, going in on that. I'm not the biggest fan because I felt like if I had stayed with the White Sox, I definitely would have been very close to being in the MLB and making it to the show. I hate all this, like, but yeah, I felt like I was gonna make it to. Now I feel like it's a little bit further off, but I've been doing well. Oh, whoops, don't want to do that. Let's see what I got here. Current cap. Oh, man. I want to raise that cap. It's been a pain to try to raise my cap for batting. So at this point, I don't really know what to do. So might just continue to bump up towards the cap. Seems to help. I have the question of, do I have a favorite baseball team, or I just root for the Cubs because of Iowa? I actually did like the Cubs most of the, like, I still have enjoyed the Cubs for a while. Like, it probably comes from the fact that I was able to go to iCubs games. Going to an Iowa Cubs game probably helps. Being able to see guys like Kerry Wood when he like came down from an injury just to kind of rehabilitate a little bit probably helps. But yeah, I've just kind of always liked them. Even during like the, especially during like the Sosa days. Rooting for Sosa to try to beat McGuire but in the home run race, but McGuire always had it. Oh yeah, the guy who funded his own. Oh yeah, I'm up to veteran now, so that's helpful. I'm sure that'll last all of about 2 games as I play this on stream. That's typically what happens. But the guy who created his own NASCAR racer for iRacing, credit cards, and payday loans. I could definitely see that, because if you're spending like $20,000 on like this NASCAR thing, that's probably how you made it happen, to buy your own like half car sim racer, unless he was like fully sponsored by Domino's in that regard. But if you're making like delivery driver wages, you're probably using stuff like that. But just the mere mention of payday loans reminds me. By the way, it's just as firsthand knowledge, sort of, not by me, but one of my close friends. Don't ever do payday loans. He paid for it on his own. Okay. Plus his parents. But it does remind me, never ever do payday loans. I got a friend of mine who, it looked like he was telling me to go, which would have probably resulted in me being out. I then hit the sign as I was about ready to like turn it. But yeah, a childhood friend of mine started getting in deep with payday loans, and yeah, he still to this day owes me like $500-600 that I've pretty much come to the conclusion I'm never gonna see. Just spending all his money driving back and forth from home to the middle of nowhere 4 to 5 times a week, visiting his girlfriend. His girlfriend lived out in the middle of absolutely nowhere, 2 hours away. He would go there 4 or 5 times a week. I don't know why. I don't know why he went there that much. I think he was just like smitten with her. It's not like she was it's not like she was hot. It's not like she was even cute. And like I don't feel too bad. Like I kind of feel bad for her as a person, just because she seemed like a nice person, but like she's maybe like a 3. He was spending all his money going. He went there because of vagina. Yes, because what happened was he was the manager of a supermarket. And it's a Christian-owned supermarket, like a sort of Christian-owned supermarket where it's like guys can't have facial hair, and you have to have, you have to wear like the same uniform, and like it was literally closed on Sundays because it's the day of the Lord, stuff like that. She was not good. She didn't even dress good either. Like anytime I ever saw her, it was almost like a borderline maternity outfit and then like pajama pants. Like she didn't even dress particularly well. It's like not a I feel bad for saying that because I know she's like a fairly nice person, but it's not. She's not good by even Iowa standards. But yeah, he would go there, like okay, yeah. So to get into that, he was a manager of a Christian-owned grocery store, which means it kind of brings people who kind of share a lot of the same values. So they're not having these. Ooh, that had to hurt. So they're not having. Yeah, she does basically, dude. She also had a kid too. On top of that, she actually had like a. Either a 1 or 2 year old kid as well. So he's going with this girl who's like a 3 at best, and she has a kid already. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, she was the one he lost his virginity to. So that's probably why he kept going, because he's just like, attention from girl, yay! So yeah, 2 hours. 5 times a week. He was living with a guy, and like I think he bummed money off him and his mother, and like his roommate kicked him out because he owed him money. And so he started doing payday loans to keep going out to the middle of nowhere 5 times a week so that he could see her and get his dick sucked, for lack of a better term. And like I say this, I say a lot. I say that like I mentioned where he worked, because working at like a Christian-owned like grocery store brings the type of people where you wouldn't have the sort of conversations that I had when I was a teenager, and the sort of conversations that I remember having at work with like adults a few years older than me who had some life experience. He was probably never taught to never marry the person you lose your virginity to. I got to be taught that because I went and worked at more degenerate places than he did. So I got to meet the degenerate people who have like the sort of life experience to help you out with that sort of thing.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Big Daddy Dirtbag. He singled his last time up. And a dive, but
so yeah, he spent all his money on payday loans and tried to and got fell behind on stuff. So he's like, hey man, I need like $100. Why? I barely make enough as it is. Oh, they're going to put me in jail because I can't get because I got to pay the payday loan today. I'm like, fucking fine. Would only be more perfect with the sound of tobacco chewing and spitting. It's like, you know what? It's a slightly more degenerate place to work if it was like McDonald's or Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen was odd because I think it was slightly more degenerate than even McDonald's. Like the dudes who work there, like it's because Dairy Queen was literally like teenage girls and dudes with like who did drugs. A couple of them dealt drugs, and I think probably still have about 7-8 years left on their prison sentence, something like that. I think they're getting out soon. I think it was like 15. It's been about 11 or 12 at this point, maybe. No, I think it's only been about 9 or 10. So they probably got about 5 years left. Wow, I like never strike out. How is that not play? I felt like that was a fairly good swing, but okay. I hang out with some real winners. I hang out with more winners now. Oh, why did I swing at that? I hang out with slightly more winning people now than I did at that point. But like when I was working for minimum wage and living with 7 people in a 4-bedroom house, you're going to invite yourself to some of the winning people. On the bright side of all of this is it allows me to have these sort of stories. Remember that one time I said I had better play discipline? But yeah, he did eventually marry her too. It was interesting. He eventually married her and had a kid of his own with her. I could leave the story at that, but then I could also mention that he ended up cheating on her. Because he realized, I think, because I had conversations with him, like, sort of leading up to when they eventually got divorced, where he was basically telling me, like, I think he married a single mom. And I think, like, eventually about 2-3 years in, he realized, shit, I could probably do better. And that was something he mentioned to me. He's like, I think I could do better. I'm like, okay, well, you're kind of married with a kid with this girl now. Like, he sort of, like, adopted her son. Like, I say sort of, like, I don't think they did anything official. But he treated the son that she already had as his own, and then actually made another kid with her. And then realized that he got himself into a predicament that he didn't want to be in. And then eventually cheated. I know that happened because I hadn't talked to him. I hadn't talked to him legit in like 3-4 years, had an actual conversation with him. And I get this weird message on Facebook. This is probably about 2 years ago. Yeah, it was probably about 2 years ago now. I get this weird message on Facebook from his wife where she just messaged me at like 7 a.m. like, hey, is, my husband there? I'm like, what? It's like, I haven't had an actual conversation with him in a long time. That was a dumb swing on my behalf, by the way. I think it's because I'm not paying attention exactly to what I'm swinging at. I'll try to pay attention while I'm talking about that. But yeah, apparently he used me as an alibi. He was like, I guess he was just assuming like, oh man, he'll just God damn it. I guess he just assumed like I'd cover for him or she wouldn't like message me. And I didn't, like, he didn't tell me no story. Not like I was going to stick to it anyway because I hadn't talked to him in too long. So she was like, what, is he there? And like, I didn't message her for like 2-3 days. And by the time I messaged her again, I'm like, yeah, sorry, I haven't had a conversation with him in forever. She's like, yeah, I found out that he was cheating on me. I'm like, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. That was nice. That was a better swing. That one actually worked. Yeah. Like, he's like, I haven't talked to him and had an actual conversation with him in like years now. I liked him, and he just makes these dumb decisions. Like, that isn't even that like there's still deeper to dig in the dumb decisions that he's made. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to jail soon or not for another dumb decision that he made. That one worked if I didn't swing. If it was a ball, that's fine. Yeah, it was a thing. To keep a long story short, never. Do you know this guy? I don't know if you do. I think at one point he had actually visited the house once, but like, he was a childhood friend of mine. I don't think you really knew him that well at all. He wasn't really part of our friend group ever. Oh wait, the lotto thing? Yeah. Now that you mention it, now I'm going to mention it. So, we run down the litany of bad decisions. He had a great job. He was actually managing a Christian-owned store. He was doing way better in life than I was at that point. Met this girl, a single mother, got laid, decided he wanted to do that 5 times a week, despite the fact that it was 2 hours either way. Damn. Despite the fact that it was 2 hours either way. Borrowed money from everybody, eventually exhausted all those. Ended up moving to where she lived and then working down there. So quitting the company that he had worked his way up from since he was like 16.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show.
Since he was like 16. So he didn't have his great management job anymore. I don't remember where he was working, but, you know, he was just maintaining a small place. He fucked his credit because, you know, when you do payday loans and you keep defaulting on payments, which, by the way, that was a point in my life that I also vividly remember, because I would get calls for, I would say, the better part of 2 years when it came to him, because I guess he put me down. He didn't put me down as like someone like not like a not a cosigner, because I'd have fucking sued him if he did that. But he put me down as like a reference, as like a guy where it's like, hey, if you can't get a hold of me, you can call this person. So I get creditors all the time asking about him, like, hey, does he still live at blah blah blah? Is his number still blah blah blah? And it was literally like a thing where it's like, sure, I think. So fucked his credit, had to work at like some bad place, you know, had to live in places that wouldn't do background checks. I felt like I could have done better right there. Son of a bitch. Damn it. Oh, thanks for the negative batting clutch. So then marries her, has a kid with her, comes and moves back into town here, and gets himself another management job. Ironically enough, there's going to be some serious irony in this, is that there was a couple who had won the lottery. I think they won something like $1 million, maybe $2 million. And they decided to open up their own grocery store because the town, one of the small towns, didn't have one. And they didn't want to have people like driving all the way to the next town, so they got like a local owned grocery store. Also had like a kitchen sit down area, so it's like a little mini casual restaurant. It's nice. It's actually really nice. I ate there probably a few weeks ago. It's pretty nice. and the 15-game hitting streak. And so he ended up getting a manager job there because he actually had experience in doing that. So it seemed like he was maybe trying to turn things around after all this. There's a few more like little things I could there's a few more little things where he was making dumb decisions. Like he wanted to own a gun for protection. So he actually would like buy a pistol. Oh, son of a bitch. He'd actually like buy a pistol because he would say like, oh yeah, I need it for protection. But then he'd always run out of money and have to sell it again. So he, you know, stuff like that. And it looked like, you know, he's still making these little dumb decisions, but maybe at least trying to get himself like fine again and living, you know, having a place for him, his wife, and his son, overpaying for a place because they don't do background checks. And he ended up winning a lottery, like $10,000. He ended up winning like a $10,000 jackpot from like a scratch-off ticket. Son of a bitch. So he won like $10,000 off a scratch-off ticket, and I was like, oh, shit, okay, well, you know, that should help. You know, that should help with, you know, whatever he's trying to do in life. You know, good for him. I probably still won't see the money. And I don't think I certainly didn't. Still wouldn't see the money that was owed to me. And then about 6 months later, I end up getting like why did I do that? Yeah, I know, plate discipline and all that jazz. All right. And I ended up getting sent like a link to the local news showing the article where he was arrested for like using his managerial position to get a hold of scratch-off cards and steal scratch-off cards. God damn it. Every time now. It's like every 3 minutes I got to have one bad at-bat. I got to have one bad at-bat per game. There you go. That was the bad at-bat. So, yeah, he stole scratch-off tickets and, you know, come to find out, he stole over the course of like a year. And one of those scratch-off tickets, of course, happened to be the one that gave him like the $10,000. Which, judging by his Facebook, he like clearly spent pretty quickly. So, yeah, I don't really know much beyond that. Other than, of course, the divorcing of his wife, you know, divorce with his wife because he decided to cheat on her. Because he realized he married someone that he could probably do much better. And yeah, decided instead of just maybe trying to either A, make it work, or B, break it off cleanly, decided to do that, and then got arrested for stealing that. I still don't know exactly like what the progress is with that. But yeah, it sounds like a winner. He's a smart guy. He's okay, maybe he's not smart. He's a good guy. He just makes a lot of dumb decisions. Like, he's not made anything like inherently, you know, I don't know. Like, everything that he does seems like he's not doing anything maliciously. He's just like, I don't know how to say it. Just decides to do things that don't make any sense, I guess, would be the best thing to say. And now he's with some other girl who I'd put her, I don't think she has a kid. I don't think. And is this a private? I have no idea. There was no windows on that private plane. That was one of the first things I noticed, is there was no windows. I'm like, why is there not any windows? Like, I imagine because like they don't want to have they don't want to, you know, showcase the idea that there might be something outside of it, and they don't want to deal with the sky outside of it. But yeah, the private plane doesn't have windows in it. An intelligent idiot. That's probably what it is, yeah. It's like he knows probably what the normal way to do things is, but feels like he can maybe get himself ahead a little bit more if he does it, this way.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base.
Yeah, not having kids and plus dating your friend. Yeah, now that he has a kid of his own that he has to take care of, like, or at least pay child support for, and is getting married to her. Like, she decided, I guess they're getting married as well. I was like, okay. I mean, he traded up. I'd say she's probably a 5.
Stepping up now.
People come in all shapes and sizes. People come in all walks of life. And he talked about doing better. And it's like, I mean, sure, a step up. She doesn't dress like a homeless person. That's a step up, I guess. There you go. Swung 3 times now at a pitch that could have hit you. You neglected to swing at a shitty pitch. I know. I'm making. Toledo probably has an airport, so they're probably like, fuck yeah, here's a plane for the baseball team. It's literally just a tube with wings. So if there's any moral, any lesson that you take from this, it's don't ever marry the first person you have sex with, because it usually doesn't work out. And don't do payday loans, because you'll fuck your credit and then you'll have to live in shitty places and have to find new and exciting ways to make money. Like stealing scratch-off cards.
Definitely in a tough situation, facing the 3.
Talking down about 2s and 3s when he's swinging at pitches that are equivalent of them. More of the story don't be toast. I have other friends that do perfectly well in life. Other people who are perfectly adjusted.
He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Romeo Santos. What a look. Do shitty places even exist in Iowa? I mean, I guess rural places that don't really get people, people upkeeping it.
What's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Matty, this team's lineup is dead last in batting
like fucking
average,
who?
Huh? What, that does not bode well for the rest
I feel like I missed something. I gotta remember. Oh.
Have professional at bats up and down the
Oh
line.
yeah. Friends who've done well in life.
It is eventually going to get
like you, Jesse. You've done well for yourself. In comparison to some of the other people, you've definitely you have your own place that you can fix up and make into something, and have a solid job. You're going to school.
He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show.
The chemist. What friends do you have that are well adjusted? Not the ones that I hang out with on a weekly basis. I'll just put it like that. Not the ones that I hang out with all the time. Other ones, more casual ones. Okay, I guess well-adjusted's maybe not the, like, I don't know, functional within society. There you go. Bad credit, don't be out after sundown, shitty. To be fair, the place that he lived wasn't a shitty place. It was just overpriced. It was one of those places where it's like, it was a nice place where it was one of those places that, like, if I had to think about it, if I had to like look into a place, is like, I might consider that. It's basically a townhome. It's a nice little townhome, but they didn't do background checks. And if they didn't do background checks, they were charging you an arm and a leg. So I think it's a thing where it's like, we'll rent. I think they were maybe people who were like into like higher risk stuff. So it's like, hey, if you're a normal person with credit and we can do a background check, we got a decent price for you. If you're someone who doesn't want to do a background check, we've got this really exorbitant price for you. It's like, we won't do a background check, but we're gonna charge you. month away from graduating, so you can get past this lab report. Yep. All right. I'm going to make good decisions right here, right now. There you go. See? There's a good decision. Let's continue these good decisions. I'm going to keep it going. A little early. Majors one day, and none that didn't make the answer as hard as them. Actually, I think he does have one of those, like, sort of. It's one of those like types of majors that it's just like, oh, I think actually he's going for business, just a regular business, but I think he already has a degree in something else. Hey, shit. Hey, Westbrook, how's it going? That pitch was meaty. If you connected better, it would have been a home run. Oh, so not chemistry. No. He's getting a business degree. He already has a chemistry degree. Or maybe he doesn't, but he works in a lab. I forget exactly what it is. I know he works in a lab. I can't remember if he has a... Yeah. Biochemistry. There you go. I was going to say, it's like he actually has like a job that you could be like, hey, I work for this place. It's like one of those places you'd be like, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Like no one's impressed by me being in the Postal Service. Even if I have one of the more skilled jobs, no one's going to be impressed. But to be like, yeah, I work in a chemistry lab. It's like, oh, that's fucking cool. Things to calm down. You ran out of horror stories. All right, see ya. Get your food. Horror stories about not being able to get things to work, yeah. Go back. I've made the mistake before of just running the bases because I thought like, oh yeah, it's going, and it's been caught. But like I have to get back to first base and I'm already halfway to third. I got it right here. Come on. Oh, this is a fast pitch. Oh, this is going to get icky. Yep. Hey, I was told to steal the base. I did as good as I could. Doesn't help that he has like this. He doesn't have much of a wind-up. Or at least not in that particular moment. It's like he knew I was going to steal. Couldn't possibly be the 19 stolen bases before it. Here, I'm gonna make up for it. Ready? Come on. Okay, that's a much better wind-up. There, I made up for it. I was pretty much just preparing myself to hold left because I'm not planning on stealing. I'm not planning on moving unless I see ball hit dirt. Ah, shit. Go! Oh, this is a bad idea. Hey! Perfect. Oh, my God. It's already 6 in the morning. I think I'd feel like shit if I only did like an hour. And I've got 35 minutes logged in right now. On the other hand, every minute I'm here streaming is another minute below 8 hours of sleep I'm going to get. That's fine. I think I can do like 6.5. Just because that worked out doesn't mean it was a good idea. Hey, I made it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Everything's good. Look at that 442 batting average. I know what I'm doing. I ain't going to be that shit. That didn't sink as much as I thought it would, but you know what? Did that a 96 mile per hour sinker? The fuck? Okay. Come on now. I'm just letting it go. I'm going to swing at good pitches. I don't think that was a good pitch. Fuck. I don't think that was trash, though. I don't think that was a trash pitch. I think that would have been a strike. Things happen. I maintained a 400. It's all good.
This evening's game comes to an end. 5-4 tally.
Everything's fine. What happened to Andrea Bargnani? I have no idea.
Time for baseball of the AAA variety as the show brings you coverage from the International.
This is what I have to deal with.
Tonight, game
Crap teams. I'm always on crap teams. 439. It's still over 400.
shot for him here. 2 hits
It's all
and
good.
5 trips a night ago.
One of the keys to securing a win.
Yeah.
They wanna
Hey,
get
I didn't
the
swing
first
at that
run
one.
and try to build that
Coulda
lead
gone
as much
golfing.
as they can moving into the later innings.
Progress. That mustache was... I had to like... I'm glad that the stream on OBS is like a second and a half behind, so I could relive that mustache.
And that finds its way through for a base hit. So a base hit to kick things off here, and there's a man aboard to start out their half of the second. And
It's amazing.
right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month.
You know what? You know what I think Jake Payne needs? He needs like one of those like white trash mustaches. Not like a nice big bushy one. Should I go? Probably not. No, he's pretty much ready. Yeah. Not like a big bushy one, but just like one of those like thin ones that can't even fill in correctly. That's what I'm thinking.
With an ERA north of 5 usually spells
Hit the next pitch into his
barrels being
face.
found by the opposition. So these guys better
I
be
ain't
on their
planning on
toes.
stealing. There's no need for me to steal.
With 1 out.
I feel like that's what I'm missing. I don't know why I haven't put any facial hair on him. He needs a white trash mustache.
Rickards under it.
Big Daddy Dirt. There's no such thing as a Big Daddy Dirtbag without a white trash mustache. I wonder if I could Google that and find like the perfect image.
And you
I
saw
bet you
what
I
he's done
could.
in recent action, obviously seeing the ball well right now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slider whipped on for strike 3.
Why can't y'all get an actual hit? Let me run the bases once in a while, huh? I gotta do everything around here. I'm tired. Oh, there's no way I'm getting to this one. Hey, it made it. Jake Payne, here we go. He's got that veteran batting difficulty coming in. Yeah. Not swinging at dirt. That is an amazing mustache. Oh, it was late. I thought about it like half a second too late. That probably could have gone. Oh, I was kind of jammed. Damn it. I was anxious about hitting, and I went a little too far inside. Mistakes were made. I will learn from them. I could have swung it better. On the bright side, I'm helping him. I'm helping the pitcher save his energy. That's what I'm doing here. I'm being a good solid guy. One pitch, one batter. It's all good. Top 5 games of the 360. You didn't finish it. 5 Cars 2 the game, 4 NBA 2K7, 3 Bullet Witch. Let's see, what other cheap-ass games? 2 Shaun White skateboarding. And number 1 Onechanbara Bikini Samurai Squad. Take it away, Paul. I have too many like bargain bin 360 games. It's ridiculous. Really? I even aimed down. I even aimed the stick downwards. I don't know what's happening, but even during the last sequence here, if I move the right stick in a direction, it'll eventually it'll vibrate. It's weird.
Notches his 3rd win of the year. Rafael
No, I only went 1 for 4. That's fine. That guy went 2 for 3 with 2 home runs. Damn. Santos is never the greatest.
MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Oh no! Am I about to click a fucking a link of AIDS?
Welcome to MLB The Show.
Okay.
In this presentation of minor league baseball. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the Toledo Mud Hens and the
I'm starting to
Northwood
become
Tides.
genuinely concerned about your well-being.
Standing in, Big Daddy Dirtbag.
Not sure what's
And
going
we are
on.
ready for some daytime baseball. Here comes the first pitch. Hit
It was a little jammed, but you know what? It works.
through him, and
It works.
that to start a game.
It's a hit. Hits happen.
Execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch,
Your father when he
ball's
told
gonna
him
find a
that
hole
you
somewhere.
don't
That one
appreciate
right up the
anime.
middle.
Ready with the 2-2. High in the air out towards shallow right.
I mean, I gotta be honest.
Velasco
I'd be
will settle
disappointed
under
in
it
you
to
too.
make the play for the first out as the
And be
runner will
like,
have to head
this
back
dude,
first.
this dude
And
doesn't
now we'll
like
look at
big
the starting
anime
lineup for the
titties.
visitors in
I
this
failed
one.
as a father.
Mark DeRosa, what's your take on this afternoon on the road?
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be let's get on this guy early. Day game. in
How
this
dare he
ballpark,
not?
sun starts glaring,
How
starts
dare he
getting
not?
later in the day, those shadows start creeping in
Ah,
right around the time that
shit.
bullpen starts getting warmed up.
See, this is what happens.
On to first, a double play. So no runs on
It
one
looked
base.
like it was dropping, damn it.
No one left on.
I got it. It looked like it was dropping. You're the only non-weeb, non-wrestling fan here, probably, which is odd. Maybe it's because, oh, damn it. Maybe it's because, like, it seems weird because I think, it, like my, oh, why did I do that? Why did I swing at that? It's weird because I think my channel tends to get a lot of people who are mostly sports stuff because it's mostly, I do mostly sports stuff on there. I'll do some, anime and wrestling stuff. But generally, people can come from college hoops or NBA 2K or NFL 2K, something like that. And then, like, the stream people tend to kind of lean a little bit more that way just because I tend to talk about that enough. So I weed out the... really? It tends to, like, weed out the people who want to talk. I feel kind of bad, but it's mostly what I want to talk about, so... Yeah, it ends up kind of weeding out the people who are just the sports people, and then they're usually someone who can also talk about wrestling or anime. You got over wrestling when you found NHL. I don't blame you, though. I like hockey. I won't get to see playoff hockey because Iowa sucks. I got a letter that was like, hey, you can get some discounted tickets for Iowa Wild if they make the playoffs. They didn't. But they do have the Minnesota Wild preseason game here, so that'll be cool. I signed up for season tickets. Not really season tickets, but they do like a flex pack. And I bought like 10 games because I usually go on Saturdays, and I think they usually do about a dozen Saturday games. So I bought that, and it also includes like complimentary tickets to the preseason game of the Wild and the Blues. So that'll be cool. Shave with your selfie cam instead of the mirror in the bathroom. Oh. We were at 2 outs. I slid for nothing. Never be able to go wrestling. Same. I've been kind of able to let go of WWE at least. Like I gotta admit, like most of how I pay attention to WWE at this point is through like maybe their YouTube stuff, where it's like, all right, just give me the cliff notes of Raw and SmackDown. There you go, and then I'll watch pay-per-views. But I won't go out of my way to watch a pay-per-view. Unless it's like a big one. I live in Des Moines? Yeah, I still live in Des Moines. Roughly, Des Moines. Two for 4. Okay. And then I'll pay attention to, like, other non-WWE stuff. But that shit doesn't ever come to Iowa. So, it's hard to pay attention to it. Oh, yeah, David's probably going to be unhappy, but I still need to get my tickets to the Wrestling Revolver. It's on a Saturday. I want to at least show them my appreciation for them actually having a show on a Saturday instead of a Friday when I can't show up. I got fly ball. Oh, okay. Ball in play. Oh, I should probably. Fouls a no. There you go. Watch wrestling in a different perspective. Something. There we go. Only likes handcrafted artisanal wrestling. Preferably cute and Japanese. And usually female. God, why can't I upgrade my cap? I mean, I'll upgrade that cap, but I would like to upgrade my I'll upgrade my power while I have the opportunity, because that's a big jump. But I'd like to be able to upgrade my contact here soon. Fielding, contact, plate discipline. Fantastic. Things I'm starting to hit the wall on at this point. You know, if you could make it till 7, I feel the same way. Colorado Avalanche better make the playoffs. The bottom spot in the wild card will face Vegas, the first round, and make the top of the wild card. The Avalanche will face San Jose Sharks in the first round. The Avalanche face the Sharks tomorrow. And why do you give a shit? I gotta tell you, I would actually, I would to actually talk about hockey, because I'm an Avalanche fan. I would love to see the Avalanche face the Sharks in the playoffs, and then beat the Sharks in the playoffs. Because one of my buddies that I go to the hockey games with is a huge Sharks fan. In fact, I think he's pretty much the main. Wow, well, that's an out anyway. But okay, you can't call that a fielder's choice. That was a hit. It's probably more like an error. That's definitely no. It wasn't constituting an error. Okay. But yeah, he's like the biggest hockey fan out of the group of us four guys, and he's a huge Sharks fan. So I'd love to see him get salty over that. Come on, there you go. That wind-up's a little... Now we're fine. There you go. Have I lived anywhere other than Iowa? Not really, no. Like, yeah, pretty much outside of that, like, it's been, like, maybe long vacations at families' places in Florida. That's about it. Like, long, like, month-long vacations. Maybe month-long. That would happen once in a while because, like, when me and my sister didn't have responsibilities and we were kids, my aunt and uncle were happy to take us in Central Florida and hang out with our cousins. My mother would spend a week or two down there and then go back to work. And then we'd come back later. It was great. And on the upside, as an adult, I could see that it gave her a couple weeks away from kids. And yet he never... What? How did I not get that? What's the issue with, like, not stretching out your arm? And yet you never visit. Really? Do we want to go? Do we want to go about this? I haven't. I went to Florida once for Mania since I was 17. So I've known you for like 3.5 years. The last time I went to Florida before WrestleMania was like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. And I was at the place we agreed to be at the goddamn Wrestle Circus Wrestling Revolver show. And you were just like, nah, I'm going to go home. I was in town for Mania, and I knew you were going to, like, I told you, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to Midnight After Mania. And you're like, cool, I'm planning on going there too. And then it's like, hey, man, I'm at Midnight After Mania. And you're just like, I'm going to drive home. I feel like sleeping. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. There we go. Now, I'm not saying you're the reason why we haven't met up personally. You're sort of maybe kind of sort of. I need a hit. I've had a hit streak for a little while now. I'd like that to be a thing I still keep doing. Hey, oh shit. Right to the no, over the shortstop's head. You live closer to Lakeland now? Oh, that's cool. It'd be interesting to it was kind of funny because, like, my aunt grew up in Iowa. So she talks about Lakeland. It's like, it's basically a warmer Iowa. She's like, there's a lot of Midwestern folk that transplanted here. It's kind of funny. If I ever make enough money to move and live somewhere warmer like that, I'd probably pick that. I probably couldn't afford the literal gated community that she lives in, but it'd be nice. You meant jerseys because they're always season tickets. Oh, okay. Warm is overrated. You say warm is overrated, but I went to Mania last year in Orlando, and it was about 90 degrees in the day, but it was still probably about 70 throughout the night, and that's nice and warm. And it's a real culture shock when it's like 70, even at night, it's like 70 and warm. And then you go back to Iowa and it's like, let's not. Okay. Oh, damn it. I keep making bad decisions. I'm just going to keep doing this. Just advance, return, advance, return. You're like, what are you going to do? And then the culture shock of going back to Iowa after that. And it's like 45 and rainy. I don't even remember like packing a coat because I was going to be in like Florida. Damn it. Dropped friends off at the stadium, then drove home. Yeah, it was kind of a pain. It was only a minor pain dealing with getting out of the stadium. It only took me about an hour to get 2 blocks. Oh, that was a solid hit. Just didn't have enough oomph on it. Hooray.
Right to the home squad and get a win.
1 for 4. Didn't we just start this series with Louisville? I'll probably finish this series. So it's probably like, what, 3-4 games. And then call it good.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Louisville Bats and the Toledo.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So if it's almost 3 hours, and it's probably about 6:30, which is ridiculous. So you and I are different. You just be on your phone in your car for an hour until the traffic dies down. To be fair, that's what I ended up doing. The issue was the fact that the issue mostly stemmed from the fact that my phone was dying at the time. So I was freaking out because I don't know Central Florida, especially Orlando. So my only GPS source. What? God damn it. My only potential GPS source was dying on me. It was not the greatest. Have you ever tried streaming, consider streaming on non-stripper hours? Well, I mean, that would generally make me have to probably go to bed at like 2:30. I've considered it, going to bed at like 2:30 and then maybe streaming in the morning, but like I wouldn't want to do that. I don't think I'd have I have the willingness now to stream. I don't think I have the willingness at like 9-10 in the morning to do a stream before I go to work. I have more of the willingness after work, after midnight. I didn't have a charger in my car or a place to stick one, hindsight and all. They did eventually have a USB port. There was a USB port in there, so I eventually like charged it. And I charged it enough to get some pictures, but yeah, it was sitting on the charger pretty much the entire time from Orlando to Tampa because it was pretty much dead by the time oh shit. That's my bad. By the time the Midnight After Mania show was over, like the battery was pretty much dead going into it, and then I charged what I could in the car, but I still had to have it kind of on so I knew what I was doing. So I wasn't charging all that much, and then I used it at the event, and then it kept dying on me again on the road there. Thankfully, oh that's so late. That's so late. Damn it. I'm just glad I managed to find the highway and then had a point where it was like, all right, I guess I won't be listening to music, but that's fine. I'll just spend like an hour with my phone off because I know I just have to go west on this interstate and I'll be fine. And I'll turn it off, I'll turn it back again, you know, when I get sort of close. You got a random signed Hey Duke jersey in your closet. Nice. I don't have any specific hockey jersey. I have an Iowa Wild jersey, just like a replica, but not anything specific. Hey. I can feel my head like getting heavy. Ooh. There you go. Maybe this will be like some weird laser focus that I have as I stare at the ball with just this tired focusness. Okay, well, they can't all be winners. Yeah, they can't all be winners. Hey, we at least won a game, and I still have my hit streak. Fuck y'all. What is my batting average at this point? I have no idea. Somehow I progressed. I have no idea how. Wearing a guy's jersey was like his girlfriend wearing his jersey. Wearing the jersey of like a sports figure? I don't know. Mostly because I just see enough people who wear like jerseys now. It's like, eh. You know what I should do? I'd be into getting jerseys of like outdated people. That would be fun. Like, it's like, why do you have how long have you had this Gordon Hayward Utah Jazz jersey? Like 3 weeks? But didn't he go to the Celtics? Like, yeah. It's just, yeah, I got. Speaking of Utah Jazz, I got this Mehmet Okur and Carlos Boozer jerseys as well. They were $10 a piece. Put it right next to my Kevin Durant Oklahoma City Thunder jersey. Just oh, damn it. I thought I might have hit it. A Kareem jersey, Kareem Hunt. Just have oh my God, football jerseys of nobody Vikings quarterbacks. It's like, yeah, I got a Christian Ponder jersey. Cost me $5. Chicago Bulls Dwayne Wade jersey. Oh my God. I bet you if I look on eBay I can find some cheapo jerseys of people on teams they aren't on anymore. $20 for a Chicago Bulls Dwayne Wade jersey. I'm in. Oh, I didn't even realize if it was... Okay, good. We're still good. Oh, look. Fat Kid Deals is showing a personal scale on sale for $7. It's just like a little tiny scale. I bet you it's exact by the partial gram. In case you wanted to know how much food weighed. So you knew you were getting the right intake of food. Why did I swing at that? Yeah, I deserve every last bit of that out. Authentic Reebok Wade jersey back when he bought his shoes and his jersey. Who else from the Vikings could I have? Fucking whatever, something Webb. for like the small bit of time he was there. Oh, you bitch! I wonder if I could buy a John David Booty Vikings jersey. Wait, what? I heard scale. Yeah, Amazon has a personal scale on sale for $6.99 or $6.69. I don't know how good a $6.69 scale is. I wonder what it's marked down from. Maybe that'll tell me. Hang on. Marked down from, oh, it's at 601. Marked down from, it looks like $21.99. Who knows? Oh, frequently bought together. God damn, Amazon, you got no chill. Frequently bought together with this personal weight scale is a Tight Vac 1 to 6 ounce airtight multi-use vacuum seal portable storage container for dry goods. Boy, that's wordy. And a Golden Bell 4-piece 2-inch spice herb grinder. You know, so you can grind, weigh, and store all of your herbs and spices for your kitchen. I love that Amazon has those three things like right there together. Does it look like something from Star Trek? Yes, it does. All three of them pretty much look like it. I just love that it's like these things are frequently bought together. Probably puts you on a list if you buy them together. Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn it. Damn it. Homeless man gave you a Damon Stoudemire Portland Trailblazer jersey for a bag of crack. Man, I wouldn't take that shit. You just look at him, spit in his face, and be like, it's Raptors or nothing, bitch. Don't be giving me no Portland jersey. What are you doing? Could at least give me a Toronto one. I think if I wanted it, like I could get a I would like a Penny Hardaway jersey, but like I think if I wanted a cheap Penny Hardaway jersey, it'd have to be like one when he was on the Suns. A Phoenix Suns Penny Hardaway jersey. Ah, God damn it. Drop, please. Thank you. Oh, really? There you go. There you go. 2-2. Here we go. I'm planning on putting this bitch out of here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's 2 RBIs right there. 2 RBI single, just like that. Fuck yeah. That's the lead. Yeah, get those arms up. How much is that Blair Walsh jersey? Oh, it's on the official Vikings thing. Look at that, $31.99. Probably because no one would want to be caught dead in a Blair Walsh jersey. Suede kit pouch. Oh my God. Brand new from eBay. A fucking kit. A snorting, sniffing powder dispenser mirror board spatula. A Coke snorting kit for $10.95. That's amazing. It's amazing that because it's not drugs, you can totally do it. You can totally, there's no legal issues with selling a cocaine snorting cocaine snorting kit because there's not actual cocaine. A deluxe sniffing kit. Holy shit. This is amazing. Oh, someone found a Penny Hardaway jersey for me. Look at that. $535. Oh. Oh, shit. Why is there a $535 jersey? Doesn't make any sense. I don't want anything authentic then, if that's how much you're going to be charging me. Bah. Ah. Wow. The ball didn't make it to the pitcher's mound, but half the bat made it to second base. Amazing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, my God. He broke his bat, too. Hardaway ones are all expensive. You link the most expensive one. Brr. This game better. Okay, cool. I was like, this game better be over before I have to play. 3 for 6. You know what? That's good. I did good. I did quite good. 3 for 6. A double. 2 RBIs. I'll say that did well. Cool. So I probably won't play this much outside of the stream, just because I want to continue from here, because I feel like I'm eventually going to get to the MLB, and I don't want to do like too much stuff. They still have Charlotte stuff on when I was playing for Charlotte, they still have Charlotte stuff on there, along with the other Toledo stuff. But hey, I'm up to a 65. I was adjusted to a 67. That's cool. I'm playing as expected, which is not as good as I would like to, because that would technically... Usually I've been playing above expectations. I like that he's doing worse. Gets me in a better position to potentially kick Matt Carpenter to the curb. And there you go. It is time for me to sleep. It is 6:45, and I've been drunk on sleep deprivation pretty much since minute 1. Yeah, I know. I was a 68 overall. Then I started swinging at junk because I was busy telling stories rather than staring at the ball and where it was going. I made the greatest of decisions. I got so enthralled with like telling you guys the stories that I forgot that I still suck at swinging when I don't think about it. So yeah, I have no idea what the fuck he was for. Maybe the 6:45 thing and the sleep deprivation thing. Yeah, but I don't have anything to... I just have regular old caffeine to keep myself awake. I don't have anything else, you know. So yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I do greatly appreciate it. Yeah, the 6:45. Just the realization that it's that late. It's time for me to sleep. Because sleep is good, and I want to do the sleep. So I'm going to go do the sleep. So thank you. If you are watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry for sounding so tired. It's very it's basically early. It's not even late night anymore as much as it is just morning. There are people who lead normal people lives that are up and about and getting ready for work at this point. So, yeah, it was fun. See you guys in a couple of days. And, yep. I'll see you next time.